G'day fellas and welcome to A Casted Game. We are here on a brand new patch for Age of Empires 4, exploring two new civilizations up against each other. Two strong players, both Conqueror 3, Louis MT, of course, a very good player, currently sitting about rank 2. Me and my not as high rank, but still within the same league, we'll call it that much. Anyway, let's introduce our players for today. In the color orange, playing as the Juicy Legacy, it's Mai. And in the north, playing as the Japanese, it's Louis MT. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cliffside. If you're enjoying this Cliffside content, make sure you leave a like on the video, hit that subscribe button, and of course, ring that bell for notifications. Welcome to Cliffside. I tell you what, I like this map. I'm liking it a lot lately. It's fun, but it's one of those maps where you really need to get out onto the map, make sure that you're securing gold, because if you get caught with your pants down with no gold, it's going to feel pretty bad. Now, speaking of no gold, have a look at this. Mai here has got gold on the front, and look how close this is to the front cliffs. This is pretty close. His other secondary gold is kind of towards the front as well. Third gold is just off this cliff, but it's imperative that he manages to secure this. You know, throw a keep down here, something nice for himself. But have a look at his opponent. Louis MT has got 2 double back golds. Tell you what, this feels extra nice as Louis MT, but speaking of double back golds, have a look at this. Something that we don't often see. In fact, something that has, I guess you could say, become a little bit more popular in recent games that I've been casting. I guess the meta shifts very quickly, but I think we might have ourselves another fast castle on our hands, which begs the question, you know, we are seeing a lot of fast castles starting to come out into prominence here. Which civilization has the best fast castle? Because there's a part of me that thinks it may actually be the Japanese. When you think about it, there's a lot going for a Japanese fast castle. Number one, when you get there, you've got one of the best castle age units there is off a fast castle, and that's the Mounted Samurai. This unit, in my opinion, is just an absolute beast. It is so good for so many reasons. It's cheap, it's a knight, it's got a charge. He missed a sheep. Look at that, macro error. That's it. I'm calling the macro police, Louis. You missed it. It's not actually a macro error. That's probably more of like a... He was probably reading his text messages on his phone. Have a look at this. We got a Coca Township coming down. But anyway, like if you were to think of, you know, what civilization has the best fast castle in the game? Abbasid dynasty? Nah, not really. English? It's not that good. I mean, they got a pretty good imperial age, they got a pretty good feudal age, but the castle age is like, yeah, not really. Rus? Yeah, Rus fast castle's not too bad, but I wouldn't be writing home about it. Holy Roman Empire? I think Holy Roman Empire is a civilization that you... Oh, jeez Louise, have a look at this! Oh my lord! Wow! 48, 96, 126, 156, 182. Whoa, wee wow, as Borat would say. Wow, this is wild. I think this is by far the biggest meditation gardens we've ever seen. This is the equivalent of 4.5 villages right here, from my counting. That's absolutely ludicrous. Anyway, when it comes to like tiers of fast castle, I feel like your S tier fast castles have to be the Holy Roman Empire and the Japanese. To me, that just feels the way that it is. And have a look what Louis is going for here. Going with the Coca Township, we'll be able to get out on the map. We'll be able to be aggressive. Doesn't know exactly where his opponent's buildings are, which means naturally he's going to have to do a little bit of scouting here. Now, does he know where the TC is? He doesn't really, but he knows where the berries are, and you can kind of guess where things are based off that. But the age up comes through. Me and I now going to be rocking. Oh, this is going to be ludicrous. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be pretty crazy. I don't think he got all of these berries in. It looks like maybe one of them didn't touch because maybe he wasn't getting the gold in or something like that. May have rushed it down, but this might be the best meditation gardens I've ever seen. I'm pretty sure it's up there. Look, in a 1v1. I saw that post on Reddit. Someone's like, yeah, I got this meditation gardens in a... Actually, no, that was a 1v1 as well. It was on Rocky River. Rocky River? Yeah, Rocky River, where you can get like 200 food a minute with the berries. That's kind of wild. Anyway, it's the best one I've seen. I'll say that much. Louis MT now starting to come out. He's going to spot a couple of villagers. Mai on the defensive. Doesn't know, doesn't see, doesn't understand what's happening. And then boom! What's up? How you doing? My name is Shinobi, and I'm going to take out your villager. That's one Shinobi. Villager kill. That's 2 Shinoi. Could have gone in for the Shunshin on that one. You can see it's still on cooldown. He's going to throw off the little sabotage on that front mining camp. But you got to village it out of that. You got to be feeling pretty good. Archery range now going to come down from Mai, forcing out a response here. Now, when we ride on board with Mai, what's he doing? What's he looking for? Because this is something I'm often trying to test the waters with when I'm playing the Juicy Legacy. I'm looking for new things, looking for new ideas, and to me it kind of looks like, was he thinking about going for this early archery range? Interesting to note, no Imperial, he's got 3 Imperial officials already. It's kind of wild that he's got that many. Imperial official, I know you love to die, but please, my friend, just chill, just chill. On the other side of the map though, from Louis MT, 5 villages working through on that gold vein, and he's doing exactly what we thought he would be doing. Have a look at this. He's already gone into tier 2 wheelbarrow as well, which is really, really cool, because that's going to buff up the gather rate on these villages, but also make them more efficient, because instead of carrying only 10 resources, they can carry 16. Jugunu coming out, only going to be doing 12 damage around here, but the Shunshin, he'll be able to come in on top and then should just be able to absolutely destroy it. You can see that the Jugunu is going to try and run away. I don't know if it's really the smartest move. You can see that the Shinobi's quite quick, but he will actually manage to force that Shinobi back. Now, remember that behind this, we haven't seen a single Shinobi trained. He's literally made only a single Shinobi, got it out on the map, been a bit annoying with it, and that's been it. Meanwhile, he's pretty much up to Castle Age. I say he's pretty much up to Castle Age. He's like halfway there. But he's basically there already. Anyway, so we're talking about the wheelbarrow and the fact that he's already picked up, you can see right there, 16 food coming through, which means that you've got, this is a lovely little opening. I'd like to break this down a little bit more, because it feels like such a strong opening that could be useful in pretty much every single matchup, in every circumstance, because the Shinobi is powerful early on, and by taking the berries, you're leaving all of the food underneath your town center. I think one of the best additions that you could do to make this a little stronger, you won't have to do it today with a back gold, but just an outpost on the gold is always really nice. Keep in mind, playing the Japanese, you've always got spare stone for an outpost emplacement, so that's always something to look out for. Anyway, we'll ride on board with Mai and see exactly what the plan is. Looks like it's going to be a one base style of play. Throwing down the blacksmith now. He's got 1, 2, 3 Imperial officials out. Still, we don't see that 4th one in queue just yet. I always like to get an early Imperial official out onto my archery ranges, just until I can build up a decent amount. He's got some good numbers out already, though. 7 minutes into the game. Coca Township going to be under pressure. Now, one of the key things that Mai should be looking for is controlling the gold. That's going to be really important here. You want to make sure you control the gold. And the question's going to be about what he actually knows his opponent is up to. Because if we do a quick check right here, you will see the scout is on the map, but it's over here with his forces rather than being behind the base. Now he knows where the gold is, but he hasn't been able to really shut down the gold. We see the floating gate now coming through for Louis MT in the back of his base, right next to the town center, exactly where it should be. And we do have a barracks that's coming up, so we'll be looking to go into samurai instead of going into mounted samurai. And the samurai are going to do particularly well in this situation because they do have access to Odachi once you reach the castle age. On top of that, they also have a natural bonus or a natural 4 armor, which means you don't actually have to get +1 armor with them, because the Jugunu do 4 damage and 5 with +1. So here you've got 4 damage, and you don't die to anything, right? Like, you won't die to hardened spearmen like the mounted samurai will, and you're not going to be dying to palace guards because you counter those as well. Like, you literally just make this unit and you win against everything. In fact, is there anything that you can make as the Juicy Legacy that is actually going to counter the samurai? I don't think so. Even horsemen, right? Like, horsemen don't do enough damage to get through the armor, because you can just go +2 melee armor if your opponent's got it, and you've got 6 armor up against what, 9 attack, 10 attack from the enemy horsemen. So interesting decision. But look, the outpost does eventually get up. Oh, he's going to snipe the Yorishiro. Good night, sweet prince, he says. Louis MT could be in a little bit of trouble here. He's stacked up against an opponent with 25 military population compared to his 2. We do now start to see he spams samurai immediately, and obviously wanted to get that Yorishiro into the barracks. Didn't go well for him though early on, but just remember, it is going to be absolutely okay. It's going to cost him 2 minutes in the end, and obviously as much production as the next 2 minutes will allow him, but definitely a nice way to slow your opponent down. Now, one of the theories that exist in this matchup are Jugunu spam eventually reaches a critical point where you've got so many Jugunu that you can one-shot enemy spearmen, samurai, and at that point you really just don't care anymore. Once you've got enough that you can you know, oh gosh, this is actually really annoying. Look at this. He's causing quite a lot of damage back here. He's managed to get 85 food a minute. I don't know if that is 100% accurate. I think it might also be affected by the the shinobi down there. But will force away the samurai or the shinobi. He's gonna get away as all good shinobi. Wait, shinobi's heal? Shinobi's heal? Melee infantry with abilities that specialize in scouting, sabotage, and assassination can disguise enemy villages. High damage with bonus versus melee. Fast movement speed, low health. Scouts can spot the disguises. Okay, I guess that's not on the tooltip. Just when you thought this unit couldn't get more wild, it decides that it's actually going to also heal. Cool. And on top of that, it looks like it can also build your battering rams and whatnot. But we'll run on board with Maya now. And the general theory exists that if you reach a critical point with Jugunu, nothing can kill you. Quite literally nothing. Now, I've gone with this. I've tested this theory before against the French in the feudal age. It doesn't work. And essentially, the way is this. Let's say you're facing up against samurai. In this case, the samurai who's got 120 health. Now it's got 155. So that means that you need to shoot it 32 times to kill it. 32 times. Is that right? 32. Hold on. No, that's not right. That is incorrect. You need to shoot it 50 times. You need to shoot it 52 times. Sorry. So that means that you need to have 52 Jugunu, and those Jugunu all need to connect with that one samurai. And that's quite hard to do because you reach this point where your Jugunu don't have enough space. Like, you don't have enough surface area to actually kill them all. Like, you can't pack your Jugunu tight enough to actually kill the units. This is the trouble that you have against the French Royal Knight. It's because he's got 310 health, and so you're trying to do the math, and you're like, okay, I need 104 Jugunu to kill one French Knight. All right. And then you look at like 104 Jugunu, and it's like this many units, and you're like, okay, but they only have a range of 4.5, I think. Yeah, 4.5. Samurai numbers starting to build. Couple villages going out over onto this little western berry patch. Yet to see the house thrown down. Battering ram continuing to put on the pressure here. He's going to throw down a fourth one. Ideally, I'd love to see more Jugunu out. I feel like you probably don't want to put pressure at this stage. Obviously, we've got God vision, so we know, but the samurai are going to start moving forward now. He's going to fall back away from this situation. I think that's definitely the right call. The other thing to remember is that the Japanese do also have a trump card, and that is just a mangonel. If you can get a single mangonel out, then you kind of, you do well. And you can see how he's coming underneath the town center like this. I'd love for him to just come in on a different angle. I'd love for him to come in from the landmark, just so he's got a little bit better of an evacuation route, because you can see he's going to want to take that right now, but he's going to feel like he needs to fight this. And the reality is, if he's not one-shotting the samurai, it's going to be really hard. You can see he's trying his best to get through. Odachi not yet through for these samurai. Continues to fight under the town center. He's looking to actually do a pretty decent job here, but the samurai numbers do hold. Keep in mind that the battering rams still working their magic behind this, and he's going to continue kiting backwards, but being unable to one-shot those samurai is going to make this fight a lot harder than if he can just one-shot it. You can see he's still working that magic through. Battering rams do manage to take out most of the barracks, and look at the production coming out. Miyamai actually doing a very decent job of shutting down the enemy production, and that's going to put him in an awkward spot. Remember that there's actually Yoroshiros in here, so if he hits this and takes it out, and you can see he's working towards it, he's got to get it. That's a very powerful victory right there, and while he might not win right here, he's definitely just won there as he shuts it down. Secondary Yorishiro is coming out, though. We're at 13 minutes. This is going to be his third one, actually, because he did lose the first one. Villagers on the move here, and he's managed somehow to stay alive up against the samurai, and wow, I tell you what, I didn't think he was going to be able to pull it off, but he does an impressive job early on. Miyamai, my oh my. I got to say that much. You are doing God's work, my friend. More battering rams are getting ready. Let's have a look at the upgrades. Please tell me you've got wheelbarrow, you've got horticulture, you've got double broadaxe. You need to get forestry. And how many vills have we got on gold? We got 2 vills on gold, so I'm going to let you off. You don't need specialized pick. But ideally at this point, we just want to be spamming 100% Jugunu. We don't need spears. Now, obviously, our opponent could go, hypothetically, into cavalry. But the general idea is that we would have... What was that? Enemy attacking Miyamai's landmark. He's under pressure again down here. Samurai? No, Shinobi. I always call the Shinobi a samurai. I don't know why. Shunshin. Oh my lord, that was sick. He didn't even go anywhere. He's just like, and now I'm gone. And then it was like, you know, it's like the sleight of hand. He's like, watch the card, watch the card. And then, is this your card? No, that's not my card. Yeah, it was not my card. Anyway, Coca Township now going to be under pressure here. Built towards the front of the base. Could be a bit of a pathing issue a little bit later on. Always need to keep that in mind on your angles of attack. Pathing can be a big problem, and now Louis MT facing the ultimate defensive position here as the Japanese. Keep in mind the numbers continue to build for Maiamai. He is not looking to Castle Age. He is not looking for anything other than Zhuge Nu spam. And that's 100% the right call to go, right? When you think about it from the perspective of Louis, he's played it really well. Hasn't gone into the ranged armor. Doesn't need it, right? If his opponent got Castle Age, then he should go into the ranged armor. But doesn't need it at this stage. Just working on the melee armor at the moment. Odachi is now through for him. So he does have that +4 damage against range, or against infantry. But look at the number of Zhuge Nu that are out. He's almost at one-shot amount. This is where ideally you'd be attacking with about 60. 60 would give you that guarantee. First one comes out. He's going to be able to find those shots, and you can see he's doing decent damage. Wallalol going to get sniped out. Moves a little bit forward. Continuing to try and pressure. Town center under threat right now. 5 battering rams, a little bit of pathing issues. I don't know what that samurai was all about, but he's going to continue kiting back, working towards his reinforcements. Able to take out the samurai. Takes a couple of volleys, but he manages to get it, and you can see the difference between 1 and 2 volleys is massive. But now, working towards victory. Maiamai fighting up against the Japanese samurai. Slowly but steadily taking them out. I'm not cheering for anyone in particular, but go Juicy Legacy, go Juicy Legacy. We want to see a victory. Take out Louis MT. He's definitely coming into this the favorite, and he's holding on. He's holding on for dear life back here, but he's trying his best. The number of Zhuge Nu is really hurting him, though. That is the big thing. These Zhuge Nu numbers, I know it might seem like a small thing, but the difference between one-shotting your opponent and two-shotting your opponent, it's pretty big. Samurai going to start coming out. He's got plenty more in queue. 13 Samurai on the field at the moment. He's now out looking to try and pick up more and more of this food. Slowly but steadily, the Palace Guards coming out to tank up a little bit as well. He's got 35 Zhuge Nu out. Numbers still very, very strong. You know, I was playing the Juicy Legacy earlier this week. I played up against a Japanese player, and he said, do you have any tips? I said, no, not really. And he said, because I don't know how to beat your unit that literally beats everything. You want to know what I did? I opened 3 TCs against him because I saw him on stone. And then I didn't realize, but his town center, he upgraded it, and he didn't go for a second TC, and I was like, oh, this is awkward. 3 TCs against 1, and he was like completely all in the feudal age. He is a Conqueror 3 player, and I still beat him on 3 TCs as Juicy Legacy just making Zhuge Nu. He's like, I don't know what to do, man. I really don't know what to do. And I'm like, I'll be honest, I don't know what you can do either. Seems kind of broken. Anyway, looks like Louis MT's also finding out the hard way today. 3 relics picked up so far for him. He's got to be looking to come out for a fourth one, rather. You can see he's got a nice little route out here, coming into the back side of the enemy base, looking to pick up that relic. Very well positioned. And now the Samurai, once again, looking to clash on the front. 40 Zhuge Nu out. Still not enough to one-shot. Remember, the 40 Zhuge Nu are doing 120 damage. We need to work towards that critical mass. But I think Maiamai's just fearful that if he waits a little bit longer, that there's always the risk your opponent gets a Mangonel out. And once the Mangonel is out, it's pretty much game over, Red Rover, for your attack. There are ways that you can get around it. Like, as an example, you can go into a whole bunch of Palace Guards and then try and snipe it out. But with this many Samurai, it's unlikely you're going to be able to do it. Battering Rams making their way through. They're exposed to the villagers, though. And once again, we see Maiamai trying to take out the town center. He's going to be stalling out that Japanese economy while he does it, continuing to kite away from the front. It is non-stop Samurai versus Zhuge Nu action in this game. It is just happening over and over and over again. We're seeing the same thing. I feel like it's Groundhog Day. But the question's going to be, who comes out on top? 3 landmarks here for Louis. Only the 2 for Maiamai. He's just literally gone 1 town center, meditation gardens, and then plenty of archery ranges. Throws down the market as well. I wonder what that was for. What did he do? Looks like he may have sold a little bit of food here. Now he's buying it back. Either that or... No, I don't think he's buying it back. I think it naturally returns to a base point. But at this stage, 50 villagers up against 57 for Louis. Louis hasn't thrown down a second TC, has he? I guess 4 workers have been killed on the side of Louis MT. Maybe there's a little bit of idle time there on the town center as well for Maiamai, but plenty of villagers out on this woodline, exactly where you want them at this stage. And he's doing the right thing. As I said before, he is committing to feudal age, which is definitely the right play here. Let's take a look and see. You can see +1 ranged armor is through. This isn't going to be effective, but it will work in the event your opponent does go to castle age. Then you can immediately get +2. But 54 Zhuge Nu out. He will be able to one-shot them now. Let's see if he does it. There's the first attack that comes through. Wasn't able to do it for some reason. Should be able to one-shot these bad boys out. There you go. Oh my lord, it's so close. Why is he not able to one-shot it? 57. Maybe he's not getting that last shot in. Let's keep an eye out. There you go. One shot. There we go. Second one. Give me another one shot. There's another one shot. That's what I came to see. Oh, it survives by 3 health though. damage is looking good. 56 Zhukanu. So there must be one that's just not connecting. A couple. Oh, he's got the spring emplacement on the backside. Zhukanu underneath the town center. Going to be looking to try and push in. Still no villager kills, by the way, this game. Louis done a great job of keeping the villagers alive. At the same time, the Shinto priests are out here trying to get some heals off. Plenty of samurai on the field. And just keep in mind that even though we don't have, well, we've got enough Zhukanu to one-shot, we're on 58 Zhukanu, he's not really able to pull off those one-shots because it doesn't feel like they're all firing at the same target at the exact same time. You can see he's got a little bit of a split going on, which is always what you want to avoid, especially up against units that can heal. But now, continuing to kite away, you can see that number has begun to drop. He's down to 50 Zhukanu, running back to his reinforcements. Maybe he was doing the right thing all along and just kiting out the opponent. Now going to make his way back towards that town center. Fortunately for Louis MT, he has survived the hardest part. The Yorishiros are starting to come online. The first one is inside the barracks. The second one in the lumber camp. The third in the lumber camp. The fourth in another barracks. And finally, a siege workshop is down. If he makes it to a mangonel, that's it. That's it. The game is over if he makes it to a mangonel. Technically, there are other ways that you can go around it, but you know, it's very, very difficult. Louis now starting to pull ahead and score up 500 points. Villagers do a little bit of a runaway. They realize, hey, hold on a minute. Those aren't my Zhukanu. Those are my opponent's Zhukanu. A couple of sheep here in the middle. Neither player managing to capture them, which is kind of rare to see. I gotta be honest. It's very rare you see two sheep like that just chilling out, hanging out 20 minutes into the game like, oh yeah, no. Yeah, we don't have allegiance to anybody. No one picked us up. Samurai making their way through. Louis MT could be looking for a bit of a base trade here. Probably, I'm going to be honest, it's kind of dangerous to do. Right now, you could literally just buy wood, drop down a couple rams, and just go for it. Go for the throat. There's only 2 landmarks here. The samurai will have to come back. He knows it. And maybe the samurai are looking to do the same thing. Have a look at this. Villagers under pressure. Now you've got that problem. Wallalol in the base. He's looking to distract the enemy and the caster. That's 4 relics now picked up for him. More Zhukanu coming in from the top side. He's got 61, enough to one-shot. Count them out. Count them out. Here they come. Looking to try and take out the Shinto priest. Villagers on the run absolutely everywhere. But he's under pressure. Oh, villagers are over here. All sacred sites now taken. 4 relics. 3 sacred sites. Yorishiro ticking it off. Everything on the list right now for Louis MT has been ticked off. 73 versus 53 military. He's in the opponent's base. And this is the hard part, because he's just running around looking for villagers, forcing out idols, reducing that economy down to 0. But behind this, he's having a field day. He's got the mangonel on the field. He's rallying towards the middle. The front of the base is under threat. And now he's got the katana Bannerman out as well, just for good measure. Villagers still getting chased away. Louis finally going to be losing a couple villagers here. Could be able to clean up as long as he stays in the game, but we can see a samurai does join the battle on that west side. Now back towards that main base. We can see more and more units getting slowly eaten by the samurai. They're going to turn their attention towards nothing in particular. Now continuing to retreat away. Keep in mind the mangonel is still present. It could be the difference in this fight. I wouldn't be surprised if it really is. I mean, to be honest, this is so many samurai that you could probably just move your opponent and he's just going to get bored of kiting you, right? Like, it's just like, I'm bored now. Oh no, oh no. Why am I? What does he see? Let's ride on board with him. Expect to see it. Oh, he spots it out. Whether he actually made a connection. There's the mango. There's the mango. Oh, it's massive damage coming through onto all of those Zhukanus. Coming through. Manages to get the commit. He commits to the mangonel. Takes it out, but a lot of damage did get sustained through on those Zhukanu. Now the samurai continue to make their way forward. Slowly but steadily crushing away at the numbers. The banner's going to get dropped down. He needs to continue kiting back. Continue kiting back. Don't stop now. Now is not the time to stop. You need to continue moving your magical feet. 50 Zhukanu on the field at the moment for him. Nothing left in queue. Villagers just in every single corner of the map. Louis with a single samurai. He's not even looking at the battle. He doesn't need to. He just moves. He's playing Protoss right now. Zhukanu getting eaten alive. There's too many samurai for him, and I think we might have ourselves a Louis MT victory, demonstrating the power of the Japanese fast castle once again. When all hope was lost, the Japanese stood strong, and Louis MT claims victory in an absolute thrilling ladder match. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed this casted game. I tell you what an absolute pleasure it is to cast Louis MT. If you've enjoyed this game, make sure you leave a like on the video. He's done an incredible job here, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.